Stillwater was among the first cities to consider making masks mandatory, but death threats forced city leaders to back off. Now they're taking up the issue again, but they're hoping that if the national spotlight falls back on them, it will for the right reasons this time. Burt Mummolo takes us to tonight's meeting.
Counselors have received hundreds of emails on the topic, the majority in support of mandatory masks. Now comes the hard part, figuring out how to do it.
I would have no idea how it would be enforced.
Homemade sign in his lap, Kenneth Hall was sitting at the entrance to City Hall.
I don't want my constitutional rights or civil liberties or freedoms trampled on.
Which is a very civil way of voicing opposition to the second mandatory mask ordinance currently in the works. The first ordinance was not met with such nicety.
The pushback was threat and violence to employees.
Yeah, death threats.
Kyle King down at Harrison Electric heard about the hubbub. What would he like to see happen?
I would like it to be where they make it mandatory for masks to be worn. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
It doesn't bother me either way.
Mona at SE&M Monogramming, wanting to make sure that the policing of masks isn't put on her shoulders.
I also have some gentlemen with gun-toting in here that say they're not going to make me wear a mask, and if they rely on me to do that, that's a little uncertain about it.
This ordinance is organized a little differently, and it certainly won't be an employee of a retail establishment's job to try to stop somebody.
The council voted to move the ordinance forward, but changes are in the works on the details. Meanwhile, don't expect Kenneth Hall to be changing his stance.
And in my opinion, it goes against my constitutional rights, civil liberties, and freedoms, because it takes away my freedom of choice to choose if I'm able to wear, if I want to wear a mask or not.
In Stillwater, Burt Mummolo, Tulsa's Channel 8.
City officials say they plan to make masks available for free to businesses.